right, looks like we're going to roll. If we're going to roll, we're going to slap. Give me a number.
This is episode 324.
You better say that again. That was a complete botch.
This is episode 324.
Son of a botch. All right. Turbo, I need an impersonation of how does SlapperCast start?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is SlapperCast, your weekly podcast with Blaggards. Should we slap a number on it? What episode are we on?
324.
All right.
Did I do it all right? Is that all right?
That was pretty
Close.
good. That was pretty. I couldn't tell that it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I was up here just freaking out.
I wanted to do the steering wheel because you got to go like this. You got to look back. You got to. This is.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Right. It looks like I'm gonna have to. Ow! It looks like I'm gonna have to come up with a new catchphrase, a new method of introducing SlapperCast, our weekly podcast.
Oh, that's how you do it. I forgot the point.
It's all right. Maybe we'll do it right now. Let's see how good our editor is.
Yeah.
Try it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is SlapperCast, your weekly talk show with Blaggards. Oh wait, when you do the point, dang it, I missed it again. This is SlapperCast, your weekly talk show with Blaggards. Shall we slap a number?
This is episode 324.
Noted.
No, I got a new one for Frank.
Uh-oh.
More or less. More or less. That's another phrase you say.
More or less.
More or less.
So this is episode 324. More or less.
More or less. That's it.
Okay.
All right, that's the best I got.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anybody else got any impressions?
No.
I was awfully.
Wait, I got Chad's.
Yeah.
Hold on, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Here, hold this.
Let's go.
Here's Chad's. You
You're on fire
ready?
tonight.
Ready? Here it is, right here.
Oh, insert picture here. Insert photograph
It's a
here.
good one.
I've got some on my phone.
Yeah,
I've got some on my phone.
I got one too.
Speaking of nuts, how do you say pecan? Pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Chad? Pecan. Pecan. All right. Better nut, cashew or almond? And there is a wrong answer. There is a wrong answer.
Cashew.
Cashew in the back?
Yeah.
What do you got, Frank?
Almond.
Turbo?
Can I say pecan?
No, just between the two.
I'll take.
I'm not saying ever.
They're equal, but I'll pick cashew.
Okay, cashew is the correct answer.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Almond
can
is
just draw me off. You can draw me off at Frank's Cafe back there, then, since I got that wrong.
Well, that's actually a sweatshop. You'd love it there. But you can get out. Almonds are just fucking terrible. And I don't know if you know this. Do you know how much it takes to grow an almond?
No, is this true story or
True story. Yeah. Although we're talking nuts, we're not nuts talking. This is a fact. A gallon of water per almond.
Like one almond?
Yeah. It's atrocious.
Why are we making them?
That's what I want to know. Anyway, because we're
How many almonds can you? It's like cashews too. How many cashews do you eat before you're like, ugh, I'm done?
Well, now for your health, if you're eating for health, you really shouldn't eat more than a handful.
Yeah, I'll say a handful, and I'm like, I'm done with cashews.
That's how you're supposed to eat them.
Okay.
You're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed. However, they are, because they kind of got that buttery kind of texture. It's real easy to eat a whole bag. You know.
You gotta be careful of those.
Yeah. Gorgeous. And somebody I know likes the honey roasted ones, which stop. That's like injecting heroin right into your eyeball. So this is the week that I know you can see Turbo here on your screen, but we're losing Turbo. It's going to be, we call it Turbo Free, he calls it Turbo Less, but you can fight amongst yourselves here on SlapperCast. But
I'm trying really hard not to cry right now. Just the thoughts of losing and Turbo in the same sense, it's like it's heartbreaking. Please don't leave us. Please don't leave us.
Not happening, bro.
So this is the wedding anniversary trip.
Yep.
So the next time that you come see us, which hopefully is going to be this week, in College Station, in Brenham, in Beaumont.
Yep.
So I guess that's Brenham, and Beaumont. Is that how you say it?
Rod Black Rimmer. 3Bs.
BBB, yes.
Yes. So yes, we're losing him for a couple of weeks. He's going off to he's taking his wife to a 14-year-old wife to. He's actually from Pakistan, but he's taking her to Disneyland, and I mean she loves the rides. But no, what? 15 years?
15 years.
15 years.
Yep.
15 years, and he's still. Let me tell you a little Turbo story here. Wow, you gonna talk some more? Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
when Chad and I were first auditioning Turbo, that's before SJC, before Bratom Footwear, before drum keys for your niece's hospital. Very very nice touch. Before all this, we're talking to this guy, and he's just, and I say talking. We came in, and if we rehearsed or auditioned for 2 hours, we spoke for 90 of those minutes. Just right? Very, very little playing. And but one continuous, non-stop thing is, man, you gotta meet my wife. I can't wait for you to meet my wife. My wife. I said, what is he on? I mean, they must have just got married. I mean, because this was, do you remember that, Chad?
Yeah.
Just, he was, and he kept saying, well, if I get the job, I do have to go to Florida. I have a vacation already paid for. The place is paid for, and kids are all excited about it. Blah blah blah. 3 boys and him and the wife, and all he would talk about was his fucking wife. I was like, all right. So then you tell me you've been married for years. I'm going, what? What is he? So then I figured it out too. She makes him a packed lunch everywhere he goes, and she sprinkles ecstasy on it. So yeah, it's a really good trick. But it was nice to meet somebody that was actually happy about being married. Usually people I meet with wives or husbands that walk around with a pistol just ready to go. It's all right. That's it. Yeah, so that was our anyway. So now he's back this coming week, and I know he's here, but he's not. This is going to take some of you a while. So what else are we slapping about this week?
Well, we sold officially. We teased it last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. But that's right.
Keep up.
Well, no, I mean did we? Oh, I guess we did the episode before that, didn't we? Anyway, yeah, we were foreseeing the Ireland tour was going to be soon sold out, and now it is officially. So we do have plans in the works already for 2026. Patrick has already told you this is going to be amazing. I don't know how much we can tell you about it now, but we will be telling you quite a bit about it very soon.
So young Frank is in the car, and you see that we also have a professional photographer, videographer, sound goddess in the car with us. Young Tara Devlin is with us. Thank you for manning or womaning the cameras for us. We're very, very happy. We also have Frank. Last time we were on here, we didn't have Frank. So Frank, what's been new with you? What have we missed?
Let's see. Well, I think you kind of stated all the obvious.
Well, they're just called fracts. Frank facts, but just yeah. I'm going to ask you the question that you had asked earlier. Uh-huh. When you saw Blaggards first, name the songs that stood out to you? We'll explain in a second. But give us what were the ones that went, hey, that's the...
Yeah, like there was definitely like a number that I felt were very catchy just for my first impression. Because this was about 10 years ago that I heard Blaggards for the first time from the listener standpoint. So, yeah, there were a handful that I kind of caught my attention. I didn't know all their song names at the time, but I'd say first one that comes to mind is Drunken Sailor. I knew that one already. I like that song in general. There's also Nancy Whiskey that stood out to me. Streams of Whiskey.
I see where we're going with this.
I think Broad Black Brimmer stood out to me from what I recall. Definitely Sweet 16. Yeah, that's all I can think of off the top of my head at this moment.
I'm just amazed that you were able to remember any of the songs because you were so hammered. Again, hopefully the parents are still...
skip this part too, Mom and Dad.
No, I'm just kidding. But the reason why I've been asked because we were at, for SlapperCast topics, we were kind of going over, what we are what we shouldn't talk about, blah blah blah. And that was one of the things that Frank had written down in his notes. So we were curious. It's always. I know a bunch of people will see us, and one of their favorite things to do is to watch the reaction of people that haven't seen us before, because 9 times out of 10 we're in a bar where they usually do either country or pop or a specific genre. We come in and we kind of just go through, push all that shit out of the way and do what we do. So for better or for worse, that's but some friends of ours like to watch and see who the new ones are, because they're always kind of like confused at first, and then they're, oh yeah, I know that. That's always been a very, very prominent part of our show, is kind of seeing who hasn't, especially a brand new club in a brand new town. When you roll in and do this, it's the last one I can remember that was like that was the Blind Pig in Mineral Wells.
Yeah,
that was unnerving to watch their reactions. You know what I mean?
I'd also say Bullet Grill. That was another recent show where the audience was largely new to us.
Big time.
That was a good room.
Yeah, it was, but they had been. I'll say this: I think Bullet Grill had done a better job in advertising us.
Yeah.
Coming, so people were prepared for. Versus the Blind Pig, people knew we were coming, but didn't really exactly have a description of what was going to happen. What are some of your?
Do you have an answer for that question?
Like where they didn't quite know what to expect,
or just where they were what?
And then do the song thing too.
I think the songs that stuck out to me when I came and saw you during the audition process, Mike played.
Oh yes.
I think it was Patty. I really liked it. There's that video on YouTube where I was dancing in the front. I was like, man, I'm gonna enjoy this show. I'm not just gonna stand in the back. That's lame. I was like, I'm going to the front.
Yeah,
but
you were dancing.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm here to have a good time. So that'd be my song. I think that stood out. Because other than the songs you listen to online, but that'd be a show song that I saw. I'm trying to think of a venue in which I don't know. Some of it might even be the Havasu stuff, because they're not. That's not our style. Is not out there, and so
people don't target that area.
That's right. And so I think when we played Jeremy's the first time, we got a good response. I think people were kind of like, "Whoa," you know what I mean? So that was that one stands out to me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Also Chandler, we did Good Time Charlie's.
Yeah,
that was a kind of a eureka moment as well. It's like, that was a good room. I mean, there's a lot of great rooms, but Chad, going way back, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. The place in Virginia, the town is
Richmond.
Richmond. Yeah, way back.
That little restaurant. That little restaurant that
yes.
Bill Penn built
yes.
for us, with Chuckles, the waitress.
Right.
I'm trying to remember what it was called.
See, he knows the waitress.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant.
Frank in the restroom with her. But
we played there a couple of times. It was a very small, kind of home cooking restaurant.
Was it Shenanigans or something like that?
That might be right. That does sound right.
I think it was Shenanigans.
Yeah, I couldn't remember enjoying those shows. We were pretty laid back. Thanks. It was basically like a retirement neighborhood. We were like right across the street from a retirement community.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. To answer the question about the song, excuse me. Wow. The songs. Obviously, when I came into the picture, Blaggards did not exist yet. But most of the shows that I remember, where I was just watching Patrick play solo at the Beverly every week, and I didn't know any of the songs off the bat. They were all new to me, but the ones that really stuck out at me, because I was like thinking about how they could be played or what I would sing on them. But the one I always think of whenever I think of this sort of thing is Rocky Road to Dublin, because that was one you'd been playing solo. You hadn't played it in your band yet at the time, and you were not sure if it was going to work because you thought that the time signature was too weird, to play in a rock style. and you had already worked out the E modulation in the middle. You had all this worked out. I was like, man, this is going to be really good. And I was right. So it's still my favorite. That's, I think, one of my two favorite songs on standards is Rocky Road. The other one would be Irish Rover. But Rocky Road's just a great. I think ours is the best version, in my opinion. And I thought that first time I heard it, it was just him singing it. So this fucking song rocks. I also remember Dirty Old Town. I'd never heard Dirty Old Town before too, and I really liked the way that Patrick sang it. So when we started playing together and he threw that song at me to sing, I was like, I can't sing this song. This is your song. So here I am.
There it is.
21 years later, still singing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember Rocky Road to Dublin being a complete mindfuck for early drummers as well.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, you got the first 2 hits, but you don't have the rest.
I always say it's more complicated than it sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's less. Sorry, it sounds more complicated than it is. That's what I meant to say. So there is a pulse that goes through it, even though it is a weird time signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say, being the newest to the band here, Rocky Road to Dublin definitely took a little bit of a individual practice for us to really get the feel for it in some parts.
Yeah, like 9/8 or something like that. Frank, do you know what the
That's what they.
Something like that. I was just thinking about it. It might be like, at least in my mind, it seems like it's like 4/4, but then like it changes to 3/4.
It's a 4 feel, yeah, but the measures are weird. The measure lengths are strange.
Yeah, I have to think. I have to hear it and think through that.
Two of the drummers that played with us said that it's 9/8 because they mapped it, and so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know that. I know it by feel.
I think all slip jigs are the same, or at least similar to that.
All what?
Slip jigs. That was what one of the things Mike said when he first joined the band. You called me. He said you just talked to Mike. He said, all right, Rocky Road. You mentioned that song. He goes, oh yeah, that's a slip jig. And I was like, oh, okay, this is shit.
Yeah, it definitely has a strange feel when you hear it the first couple times, but then it is addictive in that kind of. We used to call it anything that we played was polka. That's what we just called it that because it was. Again, polka sounds like polka, it just sounds like
Yeah.
But that kind of that choppy rhythm and. It was funny hearing Turbo. This isn't a slam. This is a compliment. The first couple of times we played it, it was just it just had no form to it. Nearly, it was just mushy and washy and messy. And now we play it, and it's just it's so tight. It's just so crisp and down the middle, and that's one of the ones where. When we do that, when we play that together and everybody's in the pocket, in the thing,
yeah, I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So I think we should write our own. We've talked about it before. We haven't actually done it. It'd be great to write our own slip jig in that rhythm.
It was funny. I have a bunch of ones, like 2 or 3 songs with that kind of feel in it, but I always end up putting the hits in, like the offbeats.
Yeah.
Always end up putting them in there. And then it sounds too much like it, and I kind of back off. But
Recruiting Sergeant, I think, is also similar.
Well, that has Rocky Road to Dublin in it.
Right.
With the Pogues do it.
Right.
Interesting.
What about you, Tara?
I was just gonna say that. Songs that kind of jump out at you. What songs would be if you saw us for the first time? What would be the most? What would be the song that you kind of like?
Does it have to be?
Yeah, sure.
That's all right. Does it have to be on an album or?
No, just any song that.
Probably Lights of El Paso, or
that's on a record.
Good one.
yeah, or a live version of. What's the other one? Either that one or your version of Turkish Song of the Dance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
That's a really good song.
That's one of my favorite songs to play live.
Yeah.
Looks like Frisky Frankie's got some homework.
Yep.
I've been waiting.
I'm catching on to that song, slowly but surely, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. More homework.
Yeah, you got a laundry list of
Oh, we need
Yeah,
to
he's
add,
not joking quite literally.
Yeah.
we need to add Body of American back. I keep forgetting about that.
Yes.
But you need to sing it this time. Not me.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot.
Sounds like you've got your homework too, Dr. Professor.
Oh, I know all these songs. I know all these songs.
Well, then you have to review it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be doing a solo thing coming up here pretty soon.
That's right. It's already passed for this Slapper Day.
Uh-huh.
But I bet you it went really good.
Yeah. You know, like we were saying, and it's old news now, but we're very pleased to announce that 2025 sold out.
Yep.
We're heading this way. We're going to have a lot of news that might have even broken by now, but a lot of news coming up for 26.
Yep.
Gonna be another storming year. Looking forward to that. It'd be nice to put a couple of new countries under our belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice one.
Ready to go. All right, let's tie a bow on this one. What are you saying, Chad?
Yeah. No, I was just saying let's wrap it up.
Finally, you
That's a
agreed
good
on
one.
something.
Hey.
Hey.
There's a verse for everything.
Yeah. All right, well let's slap on down the road, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your continued attendance at our shows. We feel it.
We do.
And looking forward to seeing you very, very soon. Check out our calendar. We got some new shirts up on the store. We got some cool shit coming. So,
Yep.
you're the gang. Thank you, Tara, for filming.
See ya.
Thanks, Eric.
Yep, see ya.
Thanks, y'all.